Welcome to session 6, where we take you through the last two phases of the BMAP process. This phase, which is called challenge analysis, addresses two challenges. How are you going to get the traction for your project? And how are you going to fund, build, and deliver it? So what do we mean by traction? Well, traction is drawing the attention of customers to your product or service to the extent that they want to buy it. Now, we do this by identifying which channels give us the best bang for our buck. So are they the modern digital channels of social media advertising, search engine optimization, etc., or the traditional channels of TV, print, radio, trade shows, etc.? We recommend analysing all 17 channels presented here and focusing on the 3 most suitable for you. And as before, we have trigger sheets to speed the process of analysis of all 17 channels. And as before, we recommend creating a roadmap of the relevant actions in the 3 key channels you've identified as being most relevant to your business. Now we look at financial projections. Developing realistic and detailed projections can be key to getting projects approved. Unrealistic projections, no matter how detailed, are fairly easily spotted and can be the death knell of a project. The process is straightforward enough in that you start by estimating the number of units of a product or service you expect to sell each month. You estimate when you expect to get paid for each and the selling price for each product or service. Then you estimate the cost of production of each item, the overheads you expect to incur and when they need payment. And these include rent, light, heat, professional fees, salaries, administration, etc. And then any capital expenditure over the period that needs to be drawn down and when it will be drawn down. These figures then allow us to prepare a cash flow forecast in a spreadsheet format as shown here. And this should be for a period of over 12 months to 3 years. Then simply by trending these figures, we can see where the break-even point is and how much funding is going to be needed to get us over the line. This is a very good chart for a dashboard, as when figures are constantly changing. At this point in time, it's worth pointing out the importance of getting early buy-in from either customers or stakeholders in the project. Now, getting an early customer not only validates your product or service, but it can improve your cash flow by generating cash early and bringing forward that break-even point and thereby reducing the funding requirement for the project. The third and final phase of the BMAP process is all about solutions. We use the roadmaps and the business model canvas and all the consolidated information in those to prepare the business case or the business plan in order to obtain funding. 2 final roadmaps we recommend are based on checklists and questionnaires on our website, and they are the key financials roadmap and the customer feedback roadmap. Again, the depth and detail of which you apply these roadmaps depends on the size and riskiness of the project involved. Presenting the business case or the business plan is now a matter of compiling all the research and information gathered to date. In general, the business model canvas will provide the basis of the business plan, as shown in this diagram, while the roadmaps and the business goals will provide the basis of the appendices. Hopefully, you now have detailed answers to the vast majority of questions that may be asked by funding committees or steering committees. A further iteration of the business case or business plan is the pitch deck, which is a presentation made to a funding committee or a steering committee to seek approval for the project. That is to move it from the shortlist to the approved projects list. It is typically 10 to 12 slides, giving a brief but succinct summary of the business plan, covering the topics outlined here.